open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin and CD. We've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position and be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he will have a Titans first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bishop. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. this first drive, they're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They'll run on first down. Carrington, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 61 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bishop. And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On third down, Kidd. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
To throw is Ross. Throwing to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught at the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 65 yards. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Ross on 3rd and 2. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Carrington. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ross. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ross. Throw left side, complete. That's Lynch. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner, and he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The Cowboys at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Ross on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Ross. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught here by Adams. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, Milner. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner, and running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ross now from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Carrington, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right back to Fant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are once again back in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Ross. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Ross on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2nd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start in the NFC. New York making the trip west to Levi's Stadium to take on San Francisco. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see there, it's the visiting L.A. Rams who have the lead in that one. The Rams trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On third down, Milner, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
On second down, Milner. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll run on first down. Carrington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble in second down. They'll set up a throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. Room here to run. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 44 yards.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
To throw is Ross on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Ross steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Milner.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Ross. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Ross throwing again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ross. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd down now, Carrington, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Milner, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Ross. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ross. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now Ross off the play fake.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Ross now to throw on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Taken down for the fifth time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Looking to throw. Ross. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Cowboys on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Operating from the gun, Ross. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Second and 4. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Ross throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Back to throw. Ross. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it? A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards
This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Cowboys are about set to take over on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Milner.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.